This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, students. Last class, briefly I explained the kinetic energy correction factor and momentum correction factor in open channel water flow. First of all, please understand what is that necessity of kinetic energy correction factor and momentum correction factor in open channel water flow. In the lower classes, you might have studied whenever the body is in moving condition, the body is having kinetic energy as well as linear momentum. The kinetic energy of moving body is equal to half into mass of body into velocity square, that is half mv square, and the linear momentum of moving body is equal to mass of body into velocity of body m into v. So whenever the body is in moving condition, the body has the kinetic energy and also the linear momentum. In those equations, kinetic energy is equal to half m into v square. In that kinetic energy equation, m is mass of body, v is called uniform velocity of body. That v in that kinetic energy equation, v is called uniform velocity of body. Similarly, in the linear momentum also, the linear momentum of moving body is equal to mass of the body into velocity of the body m into v. In that equation also, v is the uniform velocity of body. So whenever we are calculating either the kinetic energy or the linear momentum of a moving body, we must consider the mass of the body and also the uniform velocity of body. Now coming to water flow in open channel. Since the water is flowing in open channel, the moving water in the open channel is having kinetic energy and also linear momentum. Now we are going to discuss how to calculate the kinetic energy and the linear momentum of moving water in open channel. Sometimes we are using this kinetic energy and linear momentum of moving water in open channel in the upcoming concepts. So you must know the calculation of the kinetic energy and the linear momentum of moving water in open channel. Check this diagram on your cell phone screens. When water is moving in the open channel, the top surface of water is subjected to atmospheric pressure. So at this top surface, the pressure is atmospheric pressure, and also the sides of the canal and also the bottom of the canal applies frictional force on moving water. So when water is moving in this canal, in the open channel, when water is moving, because of the atmospheric pressure acting on the surface of water and due to the shear stress or the frictional stress acting on the sides as well as at the bottom of the canal, the velocity of water in this canal from top to bottom is not uniform. So please observe it carefully. From top to the bottom, the velocity of water is not constant or not uniform. So throughout this depth y, if y is the depth of water flow in the open channel, throughout this depth y, the velocity of water is not constant. At the top, one value of velocity, and at the bottom, another value of velocity. So throughout this depth, the velocity of water is not constant. So check this velocity distribution. This is the velocity distribution of water moving in this canal, open channel, from top to bottom. So at the top, the velocity of water is one value. That velocity of water from top gradually increases, becomes maximum, approximated a depth of 0.15 into the depth of flow y. So roughly at this depth 0.15 into y. At this depth from the top, the velocity of water in the canal, even in reverse also, the velocity of water in the canal becomes maximum at a depth of 0.15 into y from the top of water surface. After that, the velocity of water in the canal gradually decreases with this depth, gradually decreases and becomes minimum at the bottom of the canal. So like this, the velocity of moving water in the canal from top to the bottom is not constant or not uniform. It is a non-uniform distribution. Now, since the velocity of moving water in this open channel is not constant or non-uniform, the big question is how to find out the kinetic energy of this moving water in the open channel. So the major problem is how to calculate the kinetic energy of moving water in this open channel, because the velocity of water from top to bottom is not constant. It is a non-uniform velocity. So the major problem is determination of kinetic energy of moving water in this open channel. Now, just now in the today's class I explained, whenever we are calculating the kinetic energy, we must consider the constant velocity, not the non-uniform velocity. But here the water velocity from top to bottom is non-uniform, like this. Since it is a non-uniform from top to bottom, the major problem in open channels is determination of kinetic energy of moving water in the open channel. In order to find out the kinetic energy of moving water in open channel, we measure, please listen everyone, we measure the velocity of this moving water in the open channel at two different depths. We measure first by using either the pitot tube or current meter. We measure the velocity of moving water in the open channel at two different depths from this top. One velocity is at a depth of 0.2 times the total depth y from the top. Other location is the velocity at a depth of 0.8 into total depth y from the top. So we measure the velocity of flowing water in the open channel at two different depths from the top. One is at a depth of 0.2 into y. Other one is at a depth of 0.8 into y. Y is the total depth of flow from the top. We indicate those velocities as V0.2. This is the velocity of flowing water. This is the velocity of flowing water in the channel at a depth of 0.2 into y from the top. The next one is V0.8. Check these two velocities. V0.2, V0.8 are not same. They are different velocities. Since the velocity of water flow is non-uniform from top to bottom, the velocity V0.2 is not same as velocity V0.8. This V0.8 is the velocity of flowing water in the channel measured at a depth of 0.8 into y from the top. We can measure these two velocities by using pitot tube or current meter. Then find out the average of these two velocities. Average means V0.2 plus V0.8 divided by 2. Find out the average of these two velocities. That is called the mean velocity of water flow in the open channel. So by using these two velocities, we measure the mean velocity of water flow in the open channel. Please remember, it is not the actual velocity, it is the mean velocity indicated as V. That mean velocity V is equal to V0.2 plus V 0.8 divided by 2. By using that mean velocity, of water flow, we calculate the kinetic energy of flowing water in the open channel. Kinetic energy is equal to half into mass of water flow into mean velocity square. And also we calculate the linear momentum of flowing water in the open channel. Linear momentum is equal to mass of flowing water into mean velocity V. So by using that mean velocity, what is that mean velocity? Average of the velocity at 0.2 into y and the velocity at 0.8 into y. The average of these two velocities is called mean velocity. By using that mean velocity, we can calculate the kinetic energy and also the linear momentum of flowing water in the open channel. But the question is, in this open channel, we are using the mean velocity, not the actual velocity. Here we don't know what is this actual velocity of flowing water, because the velocity of flowing water is non-uniform. In this non-uniform, we don't know what is the actual velocity of moving water. But in the kinetic energy calculation, we must use actual velocity, not the mean velocity. But in open channel flow, since we don't know that actual velocity of flowing water in the open channel, by using the mean velocity, we are calculating the kinetic energy and also the linear momentum of flowing water in the open channel. Since in open channels, we are using that mean velocity in the calculation of kinetic energy and the linear momentum, we must introduce two correction factors to find out the actual kinetic energy of flowing water in the open channel and also the actual linear momentum of flowing water in the open channel. So please listen this carefully. By using that mean velocity, we can calculate the kinetic energy and linear momentum. But when you use that mean velocity in the kinetic energy, it is not the actual kinetic energy. Actual kinetic energy is half m into actual velocity square. But in open channel flow, since we cannot determine the actual velocity, we first determine the mean velocity V 0.2 plus V 0.8 by 2. By using that mean velocity, we calculate the kinetic energy. Once we calculate the kinetic energy by using the mean velocity, it is not the actual kinetic energy. Similarly, once we use the mean velocity in the calculation of linear momentum, it is not the actual linear momentum. So we are using two correction factors to find out the actual kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel and also the actual linear momentum of water flow in the open channel. The first correction factor is called kinetic energy correction factor alpha. The second correction factor is called the linear momentum correction factor beta. So here the actual, please listen everyone, the actual kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel is equal to alpha. Alpha is called kinetic energy correction factor. Alpha into the kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel by using the mean velocity. So that is the relation between the actual kinetic energy, the kinetic energy correction factor alpha, and the kinetic energy by using the mean velocity of water flow. So in open channel water flow, the actual kinetic energy of flowing water in the open channel is equal to the kinetic energy correction factor alpha into the kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel by using the mean velocity of water flow. That is the equation. So in open channel water flow, the actual kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel is equal to the kinetic energy correction factor alpha into the kinetic energy of water flow by using the mean velocity of water flow. Similarly, in open channel water flow, the actual linear momentum of water flow in the open channel, actual linear momentum of water flow in the open channel is equal to beta. That beta is called momentum correction factor. Beta into the momentum of water flow in the open channel by using the mean velocity. So in open channel water flow, the actual linear momentum of water flow in open channel is equal to the momentum correction factor beta into the momentum of water flow by using mean velocity. So like that, in open channel water flow, we have two correction factors. One is kinetic energy correction factor. Next one is the momentum correction factor. We are using these correction factors to find out the actual kinetic energy and the actual linear momentum of water flow in open channel. Based on the research, the value of alpha and value of beta were calculated. In open channel flow, alpha is from 1.03 to 1.04 like that, and beta is from 1.02 to 1.03 like that. These are the values of alpha and beta in open channel water flow condition. So this is the introduction regarding the kinetic energy correction factor and momentum correction factor. Why we consider these correction factors? Because in open channel, the velocity of water flow from top to bottom is non-uniform. So we cannot determine the actual velocity in open channel water flow. So we calculate the kinetic energy and linear momentum by using the average velocity or the mean velocity, that is equal to v0.2 plus v0.8 by 2. By using that mean velocity, we can calculate the kinetic energy and linear momentum in open channel water flow, but it is not the actual kinetic energy and actual linear momentum because we use the mean velocity, not the actual velocity. By knowing that kinetic energy and linear momentum from the mean velocity, to calculate the actual kinetic energy and actual linear momentum, we applied two correction factors in open channel flow. First one is kinetic energy correction factor alpha. Next one is the linear momentum correction factor beta. So that is the importance of these two correction factors in open channel water flow. So with this, I explained the importance of these two correction factors in open channel flow. Next I am going to explain what is the equation of alpha and what is the equation of beta in open channel water flow. Please everyone follow this equations derivation carefully. Very important concept. I am going to explain the equation for the kinetic energy correction factor alpha and the equation for momentum correction factor beta. So please everyone check this slide on your cell phones. We are going to discuss the derivation of equation for the kinetic energy correction factor alpha. To discuss this derivation, please check this slide on the cell phone screens. We consider the open channel. So here we consider the open channel. The water is flowing in the open channel. Take this depth of flow as y. Just now we discussed, because of the atmospheric pressure on the top surface and due to frictional force on the sides, the velocity distribution in this open channel, the velocity distribution in the open channel is non-uniform distribution. Since it is a non-uniform distribution, the velocity in the open channel water flow is non-uniform distribution. We don't know what is the actual velocity of water flow in the open channel. So first we calculate the mean velocity of the water flow in the open channel. I explained already. Mean velocity is equal to the velocity at 0.2 into y plus the velocity at 0.8 into y divided by 2. By using that mean velocity, we calculate the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Please everyone follow this. The kinetic energy of moving body is equal to half mv square. In this discussion, water is in moving condition. Since water is in moving condition, here this m indicates the mass of water. So the kinetic energy of moving water in the open channel flow is half mv square. M is mass of moving water, v is the mean velocity of moving water, not the actual velocity, mean velocity of moving water, v 0.2 plus v 0.8 divided by 2. By using that mean velocity, we can calculate the kinetic energy of moving water half mv square. Please check this. This half mv square is the kinetic energy of moving water. Now, I am going to find out the kinetic energy of water flow per second. If this per second is not there, it is only the kinetic energy of flowing water, that is equal to half mv square. But we are going to find out the kinetic energy of flowing water per second. Since we include this per second, this per second kinetic energy is equal to the kinetic energy divided by time. So if you divide this kinetic energy half mv square with time, we call this half mv square divided by time as the kinetic energy of flowing water per second. So in this derivation of equation for the kinetic energy correction factor, to derive the equation of kinetic energy correction factor, first we calculate the kinetic energy of this flowing water per second by using the mean velocity. So in terms of mean velocity, the kinetic energy of flowing water per second is equal to half mv square divided by time. So everyone, if possible, note down this in the notes. Please follow this carefully. In this discussion, the kinetic energy of flowing water per second is equal to half mv square divided by the time t. Now coming to this right hand side. In the right hand side, m is the mass of flowing water. So check this right hand side carefully everyone. M is the mass of water. V is the mean velocity of water flow. We are using that mean velocity to find out this kinetic energy. So it is not the actual kinetic energy. Since we are using the mean velocity, not the actual velocity. Since we are using the mean velocity, this kinetic energy is not the actual kinetic energy. It is simple kinetic energy of water flow per second, that is equal to half mv square divided by time. Here m is mass of flowing water, v is mean velocity of flowing water. Please remember, everyone knows the definition of density of body. I hope you know the definition of density of body. Density is equal to, please remember that density is equal to mass divided by volume. That is density definition. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. That is the definition of density. From that, once density is equal to mass by volume, you get mass is equal to density into volume. So that is the definition, the relation between the density, mass and volume. density is equal to mass by volume. Therefore, mass is equal to density into volume. So I am going to use that mass is equal to density into volume in this numerator. So here I have this small m is the mass of water. So we can write that mass is equal to. So please check this. The mass of water, please follow this carefully. We have the weight also. Weight of body is equal to the mass of body divided by mass of body into acceleration due to gravity. So that is the definition of the weight W. So the weight of body W is equal to mass of body into acceleration due to gravity. From that, the mass of body is equal to weight of body divided by acceleration due to gravity. So please follow this carefully. We are using that relation between the weight and mass. The weight of body is equal to mass of body into acceleration due to gravity. So from that, the mass of body is equal to weight of body W divided by acceleration due to gravity. So here the mass of water is equal to m, that is equal to weight of water divided by acceleration due to gravity, that is W by z. W is the weight of water. Just now I explained density. Density is equal to mass by volume. Similarly, in bodies, we have the unit weight. Unit weight of body. Please everyone observe this. Unit weight of body is indicated as gamma. Density indicated as rho. Density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is equal to density into volume. Similarly, the bodies are having unit weight. Unit weight of body is equal to weight of body divided by volume of body. So the weight of body is equal to unit weight of body into volume of body. So use that unit weight in this kinetic energy correction factor. So the weight of body is equal to, that is water. The weight of water W is equal to unit weight of water into volume of water, because this is the definition of unit weight. Unit weight is equal to the weight divided by volume. So the weight is equal to unit weight into volume. So the weight of water is equal to unit weight of water into volume of water. This unit weight of water indicated as gamma. This is the symbol for unit weight of the bodies. The unit weight of water indicated as gamma. So the weight of water W is equal to the unit weight of water gamma into volume of water. So please follow the steps carefully. In this derivation of equation for kinetic energy factor, we are going to derive the equation for this kinetic energy correction factor. So in this derivation, first we discuss the kinetic energy of water flow per second in the open channel. Kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half mv square divided by time. If this per second is not there, kinetic energy is equal to only half mv square, but we are calculating the kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel per second. So it is equal to half mv square by time. Here m is mass of water, v is the mean velocity of water flow. Then the mass of water is equal to weight of water divided by acceleration due to gravity. So m is equal to W by z, but the weight of water is equal to unit weight of water into volume of water. So the unit weight of water is gamma. So the weight of water W is equal to the unit weight of water gamma into volume of water. We know this volume is equal to area into length. So this volume of water is equal to area of water into L. A is wetted area into L. So substitute this volume as area into length here. So if this volume of water is written as area into length, the weight of water W is equal to gamma into A into L. Gamma is the unit weight of water. A into L is the volume of water. A is the area of water flow. L is the length of water flow. Now, observe this. Mass M is equal to W by Z. That is the mass of water, weight of water divided by acceleration due to gravity. Now calculate the kinetic energy of water flow per second. Already in the beginning, we discussed this. The kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half mv square. That is the kinetic energy of water flow per second, half mv square divided by time. So that is the kinetic energy of water flow per second in the open channel, half mv square divided by time. But that mass m is equal to weight divided by acceleration due to gravity. So that mass m is weight by acceleration due to gravity, but weight W is equal to unit weight into area into length L. So I am modifying this equation carefully. Please follow this. The kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half mv square by time, but mass m is equal to weight by acceleration due to gravity. The weight W is equal to gamma, that is unit weight, into area into length L. This is the weight W. So the kinetic energy of water flow per second in the open channel by using the mean velocity of water flow is equal to half, as it is, into, check this, this is W, gamma into A into L into V square divided by G into time, that is T. T is the time. So in open channel water flow, by using the mean velocity, the kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half into gamma into A into L into V square divided by G into T. Check this carefully. Here A is area, L is length of flow. I hope you remember length by time. Length by time is equal to velocity V. Length divided by time. Length is the distance. T is the time. Distance by time equal to velocity. So in this equation, L by T is also equal to velocity V. So the kinetic energy of water flow per second. Kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half into gamma, that is unit weight, into area into V square divided by Z into L by T. Separate the length L and time T in the previous equation. So the kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half gamma into A into V square by Z into L by T. But this L by T equal to the velocity of flowing water V. So here L by T is V, velocity V. If I write that L by 2 as velocity V, now the kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half, check this carefully, half into gamma A V square by Z, same as this previous equation, into L by T is V. So this equation modifies as gamma A square into V square into V is V cube. Gamma A V cube divided by 2Z. This is the kinetic energy of flowing water per second by using the mean velocity of water flow. So in this equation, V is the mean velocity of water flow, not the actual velocity of water flow. So in this equation, the kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to gamma, that is unit weight of water, into A, wetted area of water flow, into V cube. V is the mean velocity of water flow divided by 2Z. Now up to this equation of kinetic energy per second, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Up to this derivation of kinetic energy of water flow per second, gamma A V cube by 2Z. Up to this derivation, if anybody is having doubt, please ask me. Dear students, if anybody is having doubt, up to that kinetic energy of water flow per second, gamma A V cube divided by 2Z. Up to that derivation, if anybody is having doubt, please post your doubt on the chat box or unmute your mics and interact with me. Is there any doubt regarding that derivation of kinetic energy of water flow per second? Gamma A V cube divided by 2Z. Is my voice audible to you? Please anyone respond. Is my voice audible to you? Can you hear my voice? Please anyone respond. Can you hear my voice? Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt regarding that
Sir,
derivation of kinetic energy of water flow per second, gamma A V cube by 2Z? Up to that, if anybody is having doubt, please ask me. Up to the derivation of kinetic energy of water flow per second, gamma A V cube by 2Z. If anybody is having doubt, please ask me. Okay, please follow this derivation of equation of kinetic energy correction factor. So in this derivation, first we calculated the kinetic energy of water flow per second. So in this derivation of equation for kinetic energy correction factor, we calculated the kinetic energy of water flow per second by using the mean velocity of water flow V, that is equal to half mv square divided by time. This m is mass of water flow in the open channel. That mass of water flow is equal to weight of water flow divided by acceleration due to gravity, W by Z. W is the weight of water flow. The weight of water flow is equal to weight of water is equal to unit weight of water into volume of water. Unit weight of water is gamma into volume of water. Volume of water is equal to area into length. Volume is equal to area into length, A into L. So the weight of water W is equal to gamma into A into L, that is this weight of water. Then we calculate the kinetic energy of water flow per second, that is equal to half into mass m into v square by time. But mass m is equal to weight by acceleration due to gravity. This is mass m, weight by acceleration due to gravity, W by Z. But this W is equal to weight of water is equal to gamma into A into L. So here half into W, gamma into A into L into V square divided by G into T. T is the time. Separate this L by T on the right hand side, separate this L by T. So like that, I separate this L by T on the right hand side. So the kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half into gamma A V square by Z into L by T. L is length divided by time T. Length by time is equal to velocity V. So the kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to half gamma A V square by Z into V. So the kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to gamma A V square into V is V cube divided by 2z. This is the kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel per second gamma A VQ by T 2z. In this kinetic energy, we are using the mean velocity. This V is the mean velocity, not the actual velocity. So this kinetic energy is not the actual kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is not the actual kinetic energy. So please tell me roll number.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, 106. What is the doubt?
Sir, unit weight of water, weight is equal to mass into acceleration కదా సార్, అంటే ఆ ఫార్ములా అర్థం కాలేదు, చెప్పండి సార్.
Weight is equal to weight of water. Weight of body is equal to mass of body into acceleration due to gravity. W is equal to mg. That is one relation. Then the next one is unit weight of body. The bodies are having the density as well as unit weight. Density of body indicated as rho. Density is equal to mass by volume. That is the definition of density. Similarly, bodies are having the unit weight gamma. Unit weight is equal to weight divided by volume. So W divided by V is equal to unit weight gamma. So the weight W is equal to unit weight into volume of body. W is equal to gamma into V. Mass M is equal to rho, density into volume. So that is the relation between density and mass. Density rho is equal to mass by volume M by V. Unit weight gamma is equal to weight by volume W by V. So from that, the weight W is equal to unit weight into volume of body. Whereas between the mass and weight W is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. So that is the relation between the mass, weight, density, unit weight and volume of body. So here first we calculate that mass M. Mass is equal to weight divided by acceleration due to gravity. Then we calculate the weight W is equal to unit weight gamma into volume. Volume is equal to area A into length L. We substitute that in the kinetic energy calculation. We got that kinetic energy per second is equal to gamma A VQ by 2z. In this equation, gamma is unit weight of water, A is the total wetted area of water, V is the mean velocity of water flow, not the actual velocity, please. It is the mean velocity of water flow divided by 2z. Since here we are using the mean velocity, this kinetic energy is not the actual kinetic energy. But by using this kinetic energy of water flow per second, by using this kinetic energy, please observe this. We calculate this kinetic energy of water flow per second by using the mean velocity, not the actual velocity. But by using this kinetic energy, we can calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second in the open channel. So please follow this next slide. Just now we calculate the kinetic energy of water flow per second by using the mean velocity. Since we are using that mean velocity, that is not the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second, but we can calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second. So please observe this. This is the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second, that is equal to alpha into, this is the kinetic energy of water flow per second by using the mean velocity. Here in this equation, V is the mean velocity. So this gamma A VQ by 2z, just I explained, just a minute, I explained this. This gamma A VQ by 2z is the kinetic energy of water flow per second, but that is not the actual kinetic energy because we use the mean velocity. But by using this kinetic energy gamma A VQ by 2z, we can calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second. the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to the factor alpha into gamma A VQ by 2Z. What is this gamma A VQ by 2Z? That is kinetic energy. This is the kinetic energy of water flow per second by using this mean velocity V. Since it is not the actual velocity, it is the mean velocity, we cannot consider this kinetic energy as the actual kinetic energy. Now, we can calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to alpha into gamma A VQ by 2Z. We call this as the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second, and here this alpha is called the kinetic energy correction factor. So to calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second, we are using this factor alpha. Alpha into this kinetic energy of water flow per second. This is the kinetic energy calculated by using the mean velocity V. So by using that kinetic energy, we can calculate this actual kinetic energy of water flow per second is equal to alpha into gamma A VQ by 2Z. This alpha is called the kinetic energy correction factor. We are going to discuss what is the equation of this alpha. So check this equation 1. The equation 1 gives the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second in the open channel. That is equal to alpha into gamma A VQ by 2Z. Now, to prepare that equation of alpha, go to the first diagram. Check this diagram, please, everyone. Go to that diagram. Now, I consider one thin water layer in the open channel flow. Please observe this water layer. To prepare that equation of alpha, we consider one thin water layer in the open channel flow, not this entire water flow. We consider one thin moving water layer in this open channel flow. For this water layer, take the area as dA. For this water layer, take the area as dA. Since it is a thin layer, very thin layer, take the velocity of water in this thin layer as small v, not the capital V. It is small v meter per second. This is the velocity of water in this thin water layer. Since it is a thin water layer, this velocity v is constant for this water layer. So please check this carefully. To prepare the equation for kinetic energy correction factor alpha in this water flow, we consider thin water layer in the open channel. For this water layer, take the area as dA. It is a thin layer. In this thin layer, take the velocity of water flow as small v. Since it is a thin water layer, this velocity v is constant on this thin layer. Now find out the kinetic energy of water flow in this thin layer per second. Only in this thin layer. Find out the kinetic energy of water flow in the thin layer. Take it as delta Ke. Delta Ke is the kinetic energy of water flow in this thin layer. What is that equation of kinetic energy of water flow in that thin layer per second? Just now we prepare the equation. If area is A, the equation of kinetic energy per second is equal to gamma A VQ by 2Z. But in that thin layer, area is dA. For that thin layer, area is dA. So here we have that area dA. In that thin layer, velocity is small v. So here you will get small v. So from this equation, you can write the kinetic energy of water flow per second in that thin water layer as gamma into dA, area of that water layer, dA into velocity of water flow in that thin layer small v divided by 2Z. Since it is a thin layer, the velocity small v is constant. Since we are using that constant velocity on the right hand side, in that thin layer, the kinetic energy is the actual kinetic energy. So here, for that thin layer, the kinetic energy per second delta Ke. Since it is a small layer, kinetic energy is delta Ke per second is equal to gamma into area of that layer is dA, velocity of flow is small v divided by 2z. Here this small v is actual velocity. Since it is a thin water layer, in that water layer we can consider the velocity as constant velocity. So here this small v is constant velocity. Here we are using that constant velocity. So this kinetic energy is the actual kinetic energy of water flow in that thin layer. So please follow the steps carefully. In this kinetic energy equation, we are using this actual velocity small v. Since we are using this actual velocity, this is the actual kinetic energy per second of water flow in that thin water layer. So we consider a small water layer in that open channel. For that water layer, we calculate the actual kinetic energy per second, that is delta Ke per second, that is equal to gamma dA Vq by 2z. But in that open channel from top to bottom, we are having so many water layers, not only one water layer. Please check everyone this diagram. In this open channel from top to bottom, we are having so many water layers. Every water layer is having the kinetic energy like this. For this layer, we calculate the kinetic energy, actual kinetic energy, gamma dA V cube divided by 2z. So like that, every water layer in this open channel is having the kinetic energy, actual kinetic energy. If I add the actual kinetic energies of all water layers in this open channel from top to bottom, I have so many water layers in this open channel. Every water layer is having the actual kinetic energy. Just now we calculate this actual kinetic energy of one water layer, that is equal to gamma dA into V cube divided by 2z. Like that, every water layer in this open channel is having the actual kinetic energy per second. If I sum up, if I add all those actual kinetic energies of water layers in this open channel, I will get the total actual kinetic energy per second of the entire water flow in the open channel. So please listen this carefully. For one water layer, this is the actual kinetic energy, gamma dA Vq by 2z. Like that, we have so many water layers in that open channel from top to bottom. Every water layer is having the actual kinetic energy in that open channel. So if I sum up, if I add the actual kinetic energies of all water layers in that open channel, I will get the actual kinetic energy of entire water flow per second. So by using those water layers in the open channel, we can find out the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second in the open channel, that is equal to sigma, that is sum of the actual kinetic energies of all water layers in the open channel, sigma delta Ke per second. For one water layer, delta Ke per second is equal to gamma dA Vq by 2z. This is the actual velocity in the water layer, area of water layer dA. Gamma is unit weight of water. According to mathematics, we can write this gamma sigma as integration. Sigma can also written as integration. So by using those water layers, we can calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second in the open channel, that is equal to integration of gamma dA Vq by 2z. In this integration, gamma unit weight of water constant, take it outside the integration. 2z is also constant, take it outside the integration. So you will get the the equation for actual kinetic energy of water flow in the open channel per second is equal to gamma by 2z into integral dA into V cube. This is equation 2. So we have equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 is the actual kinetic energy per second by using the mean velocity. This is equation 1. By using the mean velocity V, we calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second, gamma into alpha into gamma A V Q by 2Z. Here V is mean velocity. But by using the water layers also, we calculate the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second, that is equal to gamma by 2z integral dA into V cube. This small v is the velocity of water flow in the water layer. This is second equation. Since in the equation 1, equation 2, we are calculating the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second. On both equations, the LHS is the actual kinetic energy of water flow per second equal to RHS. In the equation 1, the RHS is alpha into gamma A V Q by 2Z. This V is the mean velocity. This is the RHS of equation 1. Whereas in equation 2, the RHS is by using the water layers. The equation 2 RHS is gamma by 2Z into integral dA into V cube. So cancel this gamma by 2z on both sides. Then you will get the equation for this kinetic energy correction factor alpha. If I cancel this gamma by 2z on both sides and I bring this A into V cube to the left side, right side, the equation of alpha is integral dA into V cube divided by A into V cube. In this equation, dA, the area of water layer, one water layer, V, the velocity of water flow in that water layer. In the denominator, A, capital A, the total wetted area of water flow, and capital V is the mean velocity of water flow in the open channel. So this is the equation for the kinetic energy correction factor alpha in the open channel water flow. So in this derivation of alpha, first we consider the mean velocity of water flow, capital V. We prepare the equation 1. Then we consider the water layers in the open channel. By using those water layers, we prepare the equation 2. By using the equation 1 and equation 2, we got this equation for the kinetic energy correction factor alpha is equal to integral dA into V square divided by A into V cube. This is the derivation for the kinetic energy correction factor alpha. So up to this derivation of alpha, if anybody is having doubts, please interact with me. Up to this derivation of alpha, if you have doubts, please interact with me. So please follow the steps carefully. The equation 1 is from mean velocity. The equation 2 is from the water layers. We consider one water layer in the open channel. We calculate the kinetic energy per second of that water layer. Then we add all the water layers in the open channel. So you will get the actual kinetic energy of entire water flow per second in the open channel, that is equal to sigma, sum of the kinetic energy per second of all water layers in the open channel, that is sigma delta Ke per second of all water layers in the open channel. Sigma can be written as integration. So it is integral gamma into dA into small v cube divided by 2z. Then by using the equation 1 and equation 2, equation 1 is from mean velocity, equation 2 is from water layers. We prepare that equation for alpha. The kinetic energy correction factor alpha is equal to integral dA into V cube divided by A into V cube. This is the equation for the kinetic energy correction factor alpha in the open channel water flow. So if anybody is having doubts on this derivation of alpha, please discuss with me. Any doubts, students, regarding this derivation of alpha?